What's going on, everybody? It's Aaron Tates. Welcome back to the channel. Today we have something I have been waiting for to do to this truck. I've been saying that I was going to do it, and I'm finally doing it. We're putting wheel lights on the truck, but these aren't just plain one color or RGB or RGB white. These are the Flow series, the #1, top one, best one from Lighting Trends. So I'm gonna go ahead and unbox them. Now you guys are on my door right now, so try not to get in front of you. And honestly, I haven't taken them out yet. I opened it inside and saw there's packing peanuts. I was like, I'm gonna take this outside. So here is the manual from Lighting Trends. I got the Flow series, the double row. These are some insane quality. I don't have to take them out and they look nice. And they've got their branding on the LED strips themselves. It's nice. Got some more. This is the actual like harness itself, I think. These are all the wires to go to each wheel. Some more wires. Got the wheel bands, the plates that they mount to. Everything's just in my floorboard right now. So these are what mounts them to your like dust shield behind your rotors. And then we've just got the hardware. These go to the front wheels to connect them. These are the back ones because they're longer. This is the harness itself. These are what the actual wheel lights go on. These are the lights themselves. Like I said, we got 2 stickers. And then the manuals. Oh, this is for your headlights. What am I doing? I ain't trying to do halos. I was like, what the hell do I need Budol for? I'm putting wheel lights on. Alright, so it doesn't come with instructions for wheel lights. It just comes with instructions for headlights. Cool. I mean, I guess that's the closest to instructions I have, so I guess the rest of this is just explanatory. I'm not going to be putting them on today. I'm actually going to be doing this tomorrow. Whoa. You guys have already watched the polishing your wheels video, but I'm actually still in the process of recording that right now. So stay tuned for tomorrow, and we'll be installing the wheel lights then. What's on, everybody? Welcome back. We are putting the wheel lights on today. Now, this is something you could do with the wheels on your truck. You wouldn't have to take them off. It would make it easier to take them off. But I'm also in the process of making the wheel polishing video right now. Hopefully you guys already watched that. So if you haven't, go check it out. I'm taking the wheels off to polish them. While they're off, I'm going to put the wheel lights on, and I'm going to show you guys how to put them on. But I'm just saying, you don't have to take your wheels off. You don't have to put it up on jack stands and everything just to put wheel lights on. It is possible to do it with them on. It will be easier if you take them off, but I'm just stating that it is possible to do it with them on. Just covering that whole thing. So, you guys know what it looks like before the wheel lights and everything. This is also before it got polished. So you guys, if you've already watched that video, you know this is what it looked like. Now, let's go ahead and take these wheels off. We're going to start putting the wheel lights on. But first, what I like to do is kind of have a plan going into it. I don't want to just like run into it blind and start throwing pieces everywhere. I like work on a bunch of different sections. I like to have a plan, lay it out, what goes where am I going to put this, everything before I jump into it. That way it'll hopefully go a little bit smoother. I don't want to just run in and be like, alright, I'm going to start working on the back and then jump around and start doing the front and then start hooking up the box and everything. Now, I want to plan it out first. See what's going to be the easiest way to do everything. That way it's less work on myself and it comes out with a cleaner result, if you understand what I'm saying. So, start making a plan. Now, I know I have to assemble everything. These have to be put onto the bands. So, those can go together. I have zip ties. I'm going to not only use the double-sided tape that's already on these, but I'm gonna zip tie them as well. So these are the front. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these out and I'm gonna set them over here towards the front. So I've been using this trash can as a tripod this morning. I'm gonna set them over on that trash can. This is the box. Now we know this is gonna go up underneath the hood because this is where everything's going to connect. So we can set it right there as well. And as for these, instead of just taking them and setting them back here, I'm actually going to open them up first. This is going to be the first thing I open because I want to set them out and have a route of where I want these to go from the wheel to the front. So let's get working on that. So it comes with two separate ones. So of course one's going to the left, one's going to the right. But for now, I'm just going to work on one side. We're going to work on the driver's side for right now. So this is my driver's side rear rotor. Like I said, this isn't going to be permanent, but this is just going to be kind of like an eyeball of how I want this ran. So plugs on both ends are the same. Go ahead and get this all stretched out. Okay, now that we have it all stretched out, I'm going to wrap one end of it around here. Not like make a knot, but kind of make a knot, that way it stays. And then the rest of these, I want to run a route with them. I want to try and connect them together in the center and take them both up all the way, because I feel like that is going to be a lot cleaner. Now let's show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so I have it tied right here to this U-bolt. That way it's going to be close no matter what, so I know I have enough room, because when I untie this, I can just plug it in wherever this wheel light's at. I know there's going to be enough room there. And let's climb underneath the truck. And I'm going to run it down this rear axle. How can we do this with it looking clean? Follow this brake line. That's a plan I can get it along with. Now that I've brainstormed this, when we do this side, we're going to bring this all the way across over top this rear pumpkin. We're going to follow the brake lines. GM ran these clean, GM ran these from the factory, so that's what we're going to copy. We're going to run this line with the brake line, and then we're going to follow the brake line all the way up the frame, all the way back to the front, which is right near the battery. I'm going to go ahead and get to running these wires, and I'm not going to bother you with the time lapse or anything like that, because I mean, I know these sunglasses do not want to stay in my head, but I know when I watch other YouTubers do a lot of time lapses, I'm like, I kind of just want to see the finished product, so I'm not going to bore you guys with it. I'm going to go ahead and run this wire, and I'll show you how it looks when I'm done. Driver's side is wired, well, not driver's side. The rear is wired, I should say. I've got it ran from both sides all the way to the front, and it comes out with, this is the shortest one, coming from down there. It's got about 2 foot of wire left, and I mean the one that's coming from the passenger rear, the one coming from the driver rear, I mean has like 5 foot left. So definitely gave me enough length. And this is a extended cab 6 foot 6 bed, so it's like the standard size bed and extended cab. This, you'd have enough room on a crew cab. You would have enough room. So if you're wondering, if you want to buy these wheel lights and you own a crew cab with the 6 foot 6 bed, you'll have enough room to run the lights. It'll be close with that passenger rear, but you'll definitely have enough. So let me show you how I wired it. Climbed underneath the truck. You guys can see I ran it down this brake line all the way across, up over the top, back down over here, and then the driver's side I ran down right here, across, up this brake line, over to here, ran it up this brake line all the way up to the top, and then I stopped following the brake line and I followed the wiring harness. And I went wiring harness all the way up. And then I ran, I'm not going to try and show you it, over the gas tank. And don't mind my rock light wires, I still have to rewire this whole truck because I did it very poorly the last time. But I ran it over the gas tank, Comes out through here, all the way down the wiring harness, all the way down the truck, up to here, comes up the wiring harness, and up into the engine bay right here. Like I said in the how I almost burnt my truck down video, wire things properly the first time. I've used probably 30 zip ties just running the rear wires. I'll probably use another 30 or 40 running the front wires. Do it right the first time, as you guys saw on my Rocklite wires back there. Come on, camera. Okay, as you guys saw with my Rocklite wires back there, I did not run them properly the first time, so instead of taking the time doing it right the first time, I'm gonna double my time and have to take out all of those wires, rerun everything, because not only do they look like crap, they're very visible and they're hazardous. They almost burnt my truck down. I found where a wire was rubbing my parking brake, and the parking brake wire is metal, and I think that's what almost burnt my truck down. It had rubbed through, positive and ground connected to each other, and it caused that whole parking brake wire to get hot, and it melted to like 3-4 other Rocklite wires. So it's something you guys watched. I redid the underneath the hood and everything. I still have to go back and redo frame all the way down, the rear end, all back there and everything. Just a lot of work. So like I said, if you're gonna wire something, do it correctly the first time. Don't cheat yourself. Don't be like, oh, this will be fine, this will work. Don't do it like that. I promise you, do it right the first time and you won't regret it, because like me, I'm regretting it right now. I'll do the front and then I'll show you guys it then. Okay, a couple hours later, I've eaten lunch and all of the wires for the Rocklites are ran, all except for the power box or the module, whatever you want to call it. I ran the wires for the front with the ABS wire that goes to the wheel hub, the wheel speed sensor wire. Ran it up that power wire right up here to the top. The passenger side was a little bit different. So far, this is my only complaint. I ran it up the same wire. That wire goes all the way around, but it was not long enough to come and meet up right over here. I had to bring it up right down from down there and run it up the radiator. So far, that's my only complaint. That wire was not long enough, but I made it work. It got over to this side. I just wish I would have had like another 2 foot of wire. So maybe instead of 2 10-foot wires, they could send like one 10-foot, one like 14-foot, and then 2 of the 23-foot or whatever it was. I think that would work a lot easier, because like I said, that the driver's side worked fine, because I mean it's right there, but I'm not going to mount the box in the middle of my engine bay, so I need the passenger side to be a little bit longer so I can mount it near the battery. But besides that, no complaints. Now we get to start assembling everything. Now, as far as these wheel rings go, I believe you're supposed to like screw them together somehow, I think. I have no idea. I'll figure it out. I guess we'll go from there, because I don't really know what to do with them. Now I'm gonna assemble the first one and then show you guys, and then I'm gonna practice with one. Once I get it right, then I'll show you guys. I don't want to learn while you guys are watching, because then it's like really shitty. So give me a second. Well, it's the next day. Got just the wheel light on this side. And I put the wheel on before I showed you, because I'm not very smart. But I'll tell you one thing. It took a lot longer than I expected it to. Let me just show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so you see these bands right here? You have to screw them together to the size you want, right? Well, then you have these brackets that mount to the dust shield. Well, the LEDs they send you are like 30 inches long, so they overlap on the wheels, or on the rings, which isn't that big of a deal. It's really not. But when you fit them, when you're fitting those rings, you put them inside the wheel, and you're like, alright, I have this much space on each side, this is how it's going to be. Well, then you go and mount it, and that's when things change. If this is going on the same style truck that I have, you have this dust shield that is only from here to here. So that is the only place you can mount that wheel ring. So what I did on the other side was I mounted it right here. I mounted it right here. Well, just those two mounts causes it to still move on this side. Well, if you look, there's nowhere I can mount it over here. I cannot put it on my brake caliper. So, just gonna have to have a little wiggle to it. So you wanna make sure it's not close to your wheel at all. Well, since you're only mounted on one side, that one side is gonna be farther away from the rotor. The other side's gonna be really close to the brake caliper. See, I said before about the thing I didn't like was the passenger side wire not being long enough. Right now, I'm not liking of how these are mounted, but I mean, that's not the company's fault. It's how this truck was designed, but it's kind of a pain if I'm being honest. Once I get the other one on, I'll show you how I did it. I want to show you guys how to do it when I do the back ones, because the back ones have more area for mounting. If you look back here, this dust plate goes all the way around, so I can mount easily to that. I could do one here, like one here, then one down here on the bottom, and not have to worry about it moving at all. I could do 3 spots, or I could do top and bottom. You can make your life a little bit easier and take your brake calipers off. That way you can slide your rotor off, and when your rotor comes off, you have full access to that dust shield. That was difficult the first time, and let me show you. And I just did it with the dust shield on, and it worked. Top and bottom. You guys see how close it is to my rim up there. I'm not the biggest fan of that, but nothing I can do now, it's already on. That's the driver's side. Let's do the passenger side. Okay, before I say anything, you guys will be like, whoa, why are you so dirty, Aaron? You're putting wheel lights on. If you guys recognize the outfit and you watched the last video, you know I'm in the middle of polishing these wheels, but I'm doing both videos at once. There's a whole explanation behind this. I just wanted to show you before I proceeded, I have found the easiest way to do this. First, put your brackets on. Figure out where you want your brackets at, put them on. Then, take a pair of vice grips and run your band around, see where you want it, clamp the vice grips, then screw it to your brackets. Once you have it screwed to your brackets, put your first screw in to hold it together, put your second screw in, you're done. Now all you have to do is put your wheel light on, zip tie your wheel, the light itself down to it just to assure that it doesn't go anywhere. You're all finished after that. Then you can proceed. This took me like 20 minutes when the other side took me probably an hour. This is a lot easier way to do it, just gonna say that now. I would show you me putting the wheel light on, but there's really no need for it. I'll show you it once it's on. This is what I'm talking about when I say the wheel light is really long. I'm 6'6", and let's hold this at my head. It goes all the way down past my knees, so it's probably 4 foot, it's probably 48 inches of light. What I mean is great, but get a lot extra. So now I'm gonna put this on, and once it's on, I'll show you guys what it looks like. Alright, I didn't show you the front light because I completely forgot, got into it, got going. But here's the back light all zip tied up. See how there's extra so it overlaps, but zip ties around it. I'd like to have more zip ties, but I only have 4 left, and I still have 1 more wheel to do. So gotta make this count. Down the road, I'll probably, that's time I like rotate my wheels or something, I'll put more zip ties on them then, just for, you know, that self-safety feeling. You know what I'm talking about? I can't think of the word, but it's got its own word, but I can't think of it. But I have 1 more to do, and it's all done. I can't wait. This has been such a long process. This has been the longest 2 days I've had in a very, very long time. But I can't wait to see what it looks like, because I haven't seen it with the lights on yet. Can't wait for you guys to see it. Can't wait to do the whole reveal. But I'll catch y'all when it's all done. Alright, so I want you guys to see my first reaction. I haven't turned them on yet, but they're hooked up. Oh, they're on. Them things are cool. Alright, so this is solid green, blue, white. Let's sit down and get a closer look. Alright, so that's white. Speed a thing, no. Mode 1. Mode 1 is like some rainbow type deal. Let's do mode 2. Alright, so we're just gonna set it on 1 for right now. Y'all, this is cool. I'll walk around and see what it looks like on the ones that have wheels on them. This is cool. Oh, I approve. I so approve. Let's check out this wheel. Oh, that is freaking cool. Alright, so if you're on the fence about buying wheel lights, definitely buy these. I'd 115% approve. Totally. Alright, I'm gonna finish putting the truck back together. Alright, I want to thank you guys for watching. See the truck behind me, see the wheel lights. Definitely love it. Definitely worth the purchase. So, if you're wanting wheel lights, I definitely recommend them. Thank y'all for watching. Remember, enter the giveaway. Ends November 22nd. $50 Amazon gift card. All you have to do is like, comment, subscribe. I'll catch y'all in the next one.